Hi guys, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and I decided to do a video of my Doreen Virtue deck collection. And the whole thing is that I'm not going to sell these. I'm not going to get rid of them. In fact, I am going to continue using them, and I decided to have a quick discussion about this because I know it's become a hot topic in the tarot and oracle community, and I'm just trying to figure out why it is. I get it, but I also don't get why people would just be like, oh, I'm going to burn the decks, or I'm not going to use them anymore, or not value the certification that they received from her, I guess, her school or what have you. So I just wasn't understanding, because her spiritual journey is her business. My spiritual journey is my business. It's not for me to judge her going to Christianity, nor is it for her to judge me. I don't care if she judges me. I don't care. She made some divination tools that I enjoy, and that works in my practice. So I will continue using them until they no longer work in my practice. Just like any creator, they create the product or the service or in this case, the deck, but they themselves are not their own creation. Now that I've purchased this is mine to use as I see fit and as I need, not Doreen's. She created it, and now I have purchased it. So I just wanted to go a little bit into why I still will be using them. And I also did a quick blog post on my website, abundantlifetarot.com, so check that out as well. So maybe we could pick up a discussion there if you're more into reading and writing versus watching YouTube and commenting. So here we go. Okay, so first up we have the Goddess Guidance Oracle Cards deck by Doreen Virtue. And I instantly fell in love with this deck when I first saw it. It is actually one of my first decks, period. I was called to Oracle cards because I was going through a very difficult time in my life where I had witnessed my son being struck by a car that was fleeing from the police. I'm a drunk driver, in fact, and I was traumatized naturally. And I was also working at the time with crystals, and of course, when you're on Amazon, they tell you or recommend to you, items that may be of your interest based on what you're purchasing now, which was for me crystals and books on crystals at that time. And then this popped up as something I may be interested in. So I checked it out on Amazon, but I was still wasn't convinced. So I went to Everlasting Gifts in Roseville, California, to actually look at the decks in person and to see if I was comfortable with even going there, because I have to tell you, I did come from a heavy Christian background. My parents are from rural Mississippi, United States, and it is very conservative there, very Bible Belt-ish, where everyone believes in God and Jesus Christ as their Savior, and these kind of things are considered a sin to even look at, let alone touch and participate in. So I felt comfortable around exploring the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. And when I got to that store, I kept looking at other decks, I kept looking at crystals, but I kept coming back to this one. Something told me to get this one. So I purchased this one, and I purchased this one together. And let me tell you, I use this one way more than I use this one. This one is good, and I at times toyed with getting rid of it, but then every time I do, I pull it out to give it a run to see if I don't want to use it anymore. And then what turns out to happen is I end up liking it, and then I end up using it again and again. Then I keep it. So I just decided these two are just not going to go anywhere because they're my very first two decks, period. So I'll keep them forever for that reason. Now with this one, I just have to say it is well loved. Okay, the gold gilding has come pretty much all the way off. But I don't care, because I primarily use this deck for myself or for like readings for my sister or my, loved ones. I do occasionally do readings for other people, clients, with this deck, but it's really, it speaks to me. It predicted that I was going to buy a home, and that from the time, like a few months before I even started thinking about purchasing a home, till up until the time that I found my home, the home card in this deck kept popping up. Now it never comes up again, because I'm now in my home. I now got to the place where I guess I was trying to be. So I love this deck. It's not only prescriptive, but it's predictive. And that's rare for Oracle decks, honestly, in my opinion, in my experience. So let's just take a look at some of the cards. Here's Hathor. Just trying to get back that thing up real fast so we can get a better. There's the cover card, Dana, High Priestess. It says, you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. Green Tara, start delegating. This one comes up a lot for me. I have a hard time delegating both in my work, professional life, and at home, although I'm getting a lot better at doing that. So. And that's thanks to the guidance that's offered in the guidebook with this deck. Irene, Peace. White, Tara, Sensitivity. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Bridget, Don't Back Down. Stand up for what you believe is right. And like if we look at the guidebook here, and we go to Bridget. It's in alphabetical order, this book. Let's go to... Okay. It has the key sentence or phrase, the key words, the title of the card, the message from Bridget, the various meanings of this card. Be assertive. Don't worry about what others think. Trust that your actions will work out fine. Speak your truth. Stick to your opinions. Put your foot down. And then it has an about Bridget. Great little guidebook for this deck. Okay. Let's see what else we have. I never get this card. This is, I think, Damara, Guiding Children. And it's funny because I like kids, and I have 3. Actually, I've given birth to 4, but only 3 have survived. And let me clarify. The son that was in an auto accident that nearly died actually is still living today. I had a baby that passed away when he was only 6 weeks old. So I love babies. I love kids. So this card never, ever, ever comes up. But I think I know why. It says here, you're good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. Although I like kids, I don't have patience to always deal with them. So I think that's why this card doesn't come up. Oh, and I only really can tolerate dealing with my own kids, right? The older I get. I don't know. Diana, Focused Attention. Focus Intention. Nice card. Kuan Yin, Compassion. Athena, Inner Wisdom. Nimitona, Sacred Space. This one was also coming up when I was home purchasing, and it's kind of cool because I was wanting a place in my new home where I would have multiple sacred spaces, not just one, and I do. I manifested that. Ishel, Medicine Woman. This one came up a lot for me. Arakura, Blossoming. Ishtar, Boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So it's not all frilly, you know. This deck is not all frilly by any stretch. Mother Mary. I'm just going to kind of quickly go through these. I think it's Maeve. Cycles and Rhythm. This always comes up for me. Aphrodite, Inner Goddess. Oops. Inner Goddess. Okay. Lakshmi, Bright Future. Pele, Divine Passion. This one would come up for me from time to time. Be honest with yourself. What's your heart's true desire? Matt, Fairness. This came up a lot when I was dealing with the legal issues surrounding my son's auto accident. Setna, Infinite Supply. Sometimes we need a reminder that we are in an infinite, abundant universe. Kali, Endings and Beginnings. This one comes up often for me and others in readings. Mary Magdalene, Unconditional Love. Abundancia, Prosperity. Just adore this deck. Freya, Bold. And the artwork is fierce. This one came up for me this week. Butterfly Maiden, Transformation. I mean, it covers everything. This says Leap of Faith. The Arts. Cordelia, Go Outside. I'm getting ready to go on a women's retreat. More on that this week. And this card came up and it's so speaking to me. It says, you have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air, girl. Go on. Get outside. And that's me going outside. Vesta. This is the card I was looking for to show you guys. Home. This is what was coming up. And it says, your household situation is improving, either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. And in my case, both happen. So, I mean, there's a few more cards, but you guys probably can find all of a full card flip through. But I just have to say that I've seen this deck on many of the top, you know, YouTubers' collections. I've seen them in their shelves, and clearly there's a reason, because it's a great deck. It's a great oracle deck that you could just use this deck alone to get a great reading for yourself or others. So I will not be parting with this one at all. At all. So I will still highly recommend it to people because it's just that good. Goddess Guidance Oracle. All right, next up we have the messages from your angels oracle cards. What your angels want you to know. And I like this particular deck a lot better than her life purpose deck. And I don't own the life purpose deck, but the reason being is because it's almost too specific. Whereas this talks more about your higher purpose, what's your calling, literally what does your angels want you to know. And I don't know if this is one of like her first decks or not, but some of the things I'm not a fan of right off the bat is the backs. I don't really. It's got like the planet here and an angel, which it goes with the theme, of course. And I do like the colors. I don't know. It looks a little cheesy. As is the art. It's a little on the cheesy side. I do like the diversity in this deck, but I don't really necessarily like the art. It says, Isaiah, it's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you during these changes. Let's see. Now, here's Athena. It is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. And let me see. Mystique. It's not really an angel, but it says, keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. This one, it came up in a reading I did for myself. Akasha, you are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. And then if you read the little guidebook, which is not like the Goddess Guidance where it had like a flat back, this has like the staple back here, folded over. But if you look up the meaning here, oh, in the book, I have to say Doreen does come up with some spreads, and she does come up with some great spreads in this booklet. She only came up with a few for the Goddess Guidance, but I don't really necessarily, I use a lot of the spreads found in this particular book for this deck, because they are that good. Like, for example, she has a spread titled the Soulmate Spread, the New Love Spread, the Life Purpose Spread, Abundance Spread, the Healing Spread, the Contacting Guardian Angel or Deceased Loved One Spread, What the Angels Want You to Know Spread, which is my favorite. It says, number 1, general theme of the day, situation or relationship. Number 2, possible block. Number 3, angel's guidance to heal this block. And number 4, the probable outcome based on current thoughts and circumstances. That's my favorite that I use for many other decks. Looking ahead spread, present, immediate future, and 3 months ahead. And then for Akasha, there's an additional message. There's a little black and white photo of the card. You have already helped many people by giving them guidance, advice, and messages. You have a natural gift for delivering just the right words, along with a healthy dose of comfort and inspiration. Now, we urge you to be available for even more people. Your heart will tell you whether your teaching work will consist of writing, speaking, giving workshops, or counseling. Or you may be guided to spontaneously help people whom you meet at the store, at school, or at work. Please know that you are absolutely qualified and that we angels back you up with supportive energy and loving words. This is your divine life purpose. Ask us to help you with your teaching work and we will do everything we can. It's beautiful. But I'm going to be honest with you, these cards are kind of hit or miss in this deck. Would I absolutely, hands down, recommend somebody buying this deck? No. Am I going to get rid of this deck? No. Because like moments like this card here. But again, it's not always like that. But yeah, I like it that much enough to keep it. So that should say something. So yeah, that's the messages from your angels. It's 44 cards, just like the, actually mostly, if it looks like all of hers except for her tarot decks are 44 cards. That's like her magic number for her system. Okay, next up that I use quite often in my readings, mostly now for others than for myself, is the Romance Angels Oracle cards. And like I said before, it's a 44 card deck and guidebook, and I adore this deck for love readings. It can work for friendship readings too. Oh, sorry, nicked my nail. Ow. use it primarily in the love relationship realm, and it covers a lot, whether you're seeking love or whether you are in a relationship, so an established relationship. And I could do this in just like a 3-card reading. You know, she does have some spreads in here. We'll look at her guidebook in a minute, but I'm just showing you how it shuffles. Here's the card back. Let me back that up a little bit. Very romantic. And here's the wedding card, very Victorian-esque. But I'm going to read the meaning for wedding card in a minute for you, because it's not necessarily what you would think for a wedding card. It is also, this deck is gilded, unlike the last one, I believe, but like the Goddess Guidance. I don't use this deck as much, so the gilding is still on there, but I'd imagine over time it's going to fade and go away, and I don't care. I'm kind of rough on my cards. But yeah, just like the way it shuffles, although I'm not a huge fan of this card size. So, okay, so we're just going to look at these 2 cards and look at their different meanings. So there was the wedding card, and then there's separation. And again, like a lot of people say, oh, her decks are very fluffy, and they also say that about Colette Baron Reed's, but sometimes you do need a little softer touch when you're receiving some information. I did a reading last night for a young lady. Well, she's not really so young, but she's in her early 30s, and she was wondering if she should, you know, still be with her partner. And it's rough to have to sometimes get the answer, which is no, she needs a break from him for a while for their own good. But you need a soft approach to giving that information to them. And an oracle kind of gives that. It's like the chaser, if you will. It helps to digest the information that's coming. So I'm just going to read the book here. We'll explore the booklet. It has a table of contents here, a listing of her other decks, all of the listing of the cards. Let's see. She talks about clearing your deck, consecrating the cards, asking a question, shuffling the cards, choose a card, consult the guidebook, 3-card spread, multiple card decks, the meaning of the cards. She doesn't really have any spreads for this one, I don't think. I'm just going to check the back. Yeah, no. Nope, she doesn't. That's okay. You don't really need it. So I'm just going to look at separation first, since it's for a wedding. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. The romance angels are helping you during this period of separation from your partner. This card comes to you as indication of angelic support as you spend time away from each other. While you're apart, the angels can help you fill your hours with healthy activities, which will help you which will help your present or future relationships. This card may indicate a temporary period of aloneness, such as while your partner is traveling for business, or a time in your life when you're single and preparing for your next relationship. It can also mean a marital separation or divorce. Call upon the angels for support and guidance during these transitions. They can help you discover the deep healing to be mined as you spend time alone, which prepares you for the next part of your relationship journey. So, again, it's not fluffy. And then we have wedding. You drew this card because of an upcoming wedding, your own or someone else's. It comes to you because marriage plays a role in the answer to your question. For some people, this card could be a validation that you will get married and ask you to keep the faith and continue enjoying your life without worry about your future marital status. For others, this card signals that you'll meet a significant other at an upcoming wedding or experience something that will lead to new romance for you. It could also represent your parents' marriage and the way it affected your feelings and beliefs about relationships. In a few cases, this card asks you to look at your present and past marriages and review your feelings with the intention of healing your heart and your relationship. Perhaps it's time to enlist a marital counselor to help you both sort out how you feel. And sometimes this card can signal the end of a marriage, in which case the angels support everyone involved as you come to an understanding about the experience and renew your heart's willingness to love. And so, you know, it's not all frilly, you know, it's not all soft. This is talking about the demise of a relationship, okay? So there you have it, folks. I mean, and I do this, I have folks who are seeking love. This deck works well with, and for people who are in relationships. So I won't be putting this away. This will definitely be used again and again. Okay, next up we have the Angels of Abundance Oracle cards. This is her newest deck, I believe. I know she's got a couple of other ones coming down the pike, but this one I think is the most recent one that's out, that has come out. And I wanted a deck that I could, like, you know, if someone has a specific question about how to increase more abundance in their life, this is a great oracle to add on to a tarot reading about that, or to just do an oracle reading, or, you know, just as a little bonus, even if, you know, someone is doing just a general life reading, just throwing this in as some additional guidance. And I love that. I love that. You look there, you can see this little pretty detail. I love that. Okay, so this deck is, I enjoy it actually. I love the backs. I wish that they had carried the little hologrammy thing onto here. That would have been tight. It would have been so amazing, but they didn't. So that's okay, whatever. But again, it's just a standard Hay House size. It's not gilded, which I think I enjoy because it's kind of, now my deck won't look so raggedy. You know, I'm glad it won't look raggedy. So, let's gonna see, just kind of give some keywords here. So, this one kind of packs a lot in it, because you'll see why in a moment. Just like shuffling it. It's so pretty as it shuffles. Oops. Alright, so for example, we have employment change. And sorry folks, you may hear my family, my husband or my daughter, they're home right now, and my 15-year-old probably be coming back from San Francisco soon, and then my oldest works nights, so he won't be back here for a while. Okay, or swing shift, I should say. Employment change. So it has the title, a beautiful little image, sorry for the glare, and then a message here, and then, folks, a chunky guidebook. And she co-wrote this with, I believe, her son, Doreen Virtue. Okay, so employment change. Your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. And then we can look up in alphabetical order. I don't know. I'll look and see if she gives any spreads. Standard spread, kind of what you find, or what you found in the Romance Angels deck. Let's see. So this card heralds a positive change in your career path. You are headed in a much better direction, aligned with your true beliefs and passions. No more suffering just to earn a paycheck. You will now be working from inner truth. This change requires a lot of faith and trust. This card is your assurance that as long as you consistently take action as you're divinely guided, you will continue to be supported. When you adjust your life to be more heart-centered, there's a positive effect upon your finances. Your expenses decrease because you are no longer buying things in an attempt to make you happy. As a happier person, you attract more people who want to work with you as a customer, client, partner, investor, and so on. Your business is successful because it's built upon passion. God and the angels are guiding your career transition, and there's no need to rush, push, or try to control this process. Your role is to keep your mind quiet and sober so that you can clearly hear your divine guidance and then follow it without hesitation or delay. Wow. Okay. That is what I'm talking about. That is in this deck. Okay. I would recommend this deck, this one, and this one for sure so far. And that's a lot, right? That's so far I've shown you what? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. That is 3 out of 4. That's impressive. Then she has something that I'm not gonna read the book here, but we have bountiful nature. It's pretty. Sever vows of poverty, y'all. We all need to do that, right? And cooperation instead of competition. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend this particular deck. It's great for your own daily draws if you want to do that. I don't really do daily draws anymore. I may seek guidance for myself from time to time, but now I do like maybe weekly draws. I don't really like consulting the cards every single day on my life. I just kind of like to live it. You know what I'm saying? We do a lot of predictive things for others as readers, so it's nice to kind of live life, you know, as is, and not always create in creation mode or predicting mode, if that makes any sense. This card just flew out. Unlimited ideas. And this is where you see where she's transitioned a lot even more to Christianity. She says, your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is to take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. Okay, so there is nothing wrong with what she said here. And I believe in God or higher spirit or being or source. So this isn't far-fetched for me to read and take in. For some people, it triggers them in a way that they don't want to deal with God. But I adore this because to think of the idea of unlimited ideas, that all we're doing is tapping into and gleaning this divine knowledge and ideas. It's amazing. A nice reminder even. So yeah, I think she did a good thing doing this deck with her son. I think I could see maybe Grant's influence on this deck. Finally, we have the Butterfly Oracle card for Life Changes deck. And this one actually is so new to me. I bought this a couple of days ago on Amazon. It got here today. And I already adore it. A lot of the people who come to me are in a time of transition. I work well in transition. I've had to go through massive transitions in my own personal life, and I've had in my work professional life, I worked with people who were in auto accidents, who were injured. And in working with those folks, I gained a very good intuitive understanding of how to navigate life's, changes, things that don't always turn out the way you want or expect, but there are always blessings in those things. Like in an accident, you may be hurt, but you may end up getting a settlement that you weren't expecting, right? That's a blessing. Yeah, it sucks that you're hurt, but thank goodness you can get better. So, anyways, here's the Butterfly Oracle Cards for Life Changes deck, and it is beautiful. It's got this blue fold, like blue metallic fold or gold. What do I call it? I forgot. Folding. Little guidebook. And this one has a different, it's not as shiny or as thick as the other cards. It almost, I don't even know if it's like even the same size. I like it though. I bet it's easier to shuffle. It is gold gilded, but I won't hold it against it. Look at the back. So pretty. Just looking, just showing you how it's shuffled. I like shuffling it a lot. I'm a shuffler, you guys. It like soothes me. It's another reason why I got into cards. So, I guess we're not going to get any jumping cards, which is fine. Self-employment, y'all, for all of us out there who are doing this. I love this card. Love the message. Let's read from the guidebook here. And again, same thing. She didn't, the only one that she really went, in the ones that I own, that she really went all out on and spreads is this one. So for that alone, this booklet is worth getting this whole deck, because you can use her spreads throughout all of the decks and other decks that are not Doreen Virtues. So let's look at self-employment here. You are guided to work for yourself in a field that brings you fulfillment and joy. Your card encourages you to launch or grow your own business. You could start part-time and then ease out of a day job as your endeavor begins to support you. If you're currently self-employed, you are being guided to seek out new ways to express your vision. Being your own boss usually means that you put in longer hours. However, the hours feel more like devotion to a calling than work. You may partner with someone who brings extra skills to the table, or consult with a mentor who can teach you business skills. Follow the path of your true interests and focus on a purpose of serving others. The rest will take care of itself. Additional meanings: taking business classes, learning how to market your business, taking over the family business, changing professions. Isn't that cool? It's a picture of a butterfly over these like little pink, I forgot what they call it, like, I'm just going to call them little daisies, but I know there's probably some other name for them. I love that. Changing your mind. Sorry for the glare. Welcome the new. Seeking and finding. I'm going to definitely be using this for others' readings and for readings for myself. Leaving. So pretty. Keep the faith. Right? Dietary change. Important. Decisions. But there's a delicious message for that card. You are stronger than you know. Gorgeous. Volunteer. Self-care. Healthcare change. Parental care. Interesting that there's 2 butterflies there. Forgiveness. Oh, isn't that pretty? Sobriety. Some of the images are similar, which I think is kind of not so cool, right? But that's okay. Still like the messages. Retirement. This is cool. Religion and spirituality. Be true to you. New exercise program. Nice. Memories. That's so pretty. Realizations and epiphanies. Adult children. I have an adult child. Gracefully aging. It's for all these Beverly Hills folks out there. New career. Like that. End of an era. I like that. Let's see if there's any more I want to show. Because some of them are like the same. One says hobbies. Join in. Nice. Get some rest. I'm having a feeling that's going to come up a lot. Support. Emotions. Courage. Just kind of going through. Relationship dynamics. Take the next step now. Body changes. Spiritual growth. Windfall. I like windfall. Healing from the past. Grief work. See? A little dark shadow work. Moving. I'm trying not to show you all of them. You know. Family changes. Oh, finances. I like the finances card. Sentimental feelings. So there you have it. I showed mostly all of them. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. It's going to be a great reader, right? Retirement. I have a lady that works in my department that's getting ready to retire, and I have to say I'm a little jealous. Just a little. I like working though. I'm still well into my working time. There will be no retirement for me. I don't even want to. I mean, sure, it would be nice to not have to do anything if I don't want to. But hey, I like decks too much to be retiring. So there you guys have it. Just put all the decks out here. Maybe take some pictures here. So there you have it, folks. I enjoy these decks that I have from Miss Doreen. I will not be giving them up at all. I don't know what to say other than you have to decide for yourself what's best for you in terms of the whole Doreen Virtue controversy or debate. For me, she made these tools and I'm using them now, and they work for me right now in my practice. And I think that if you got a certification there, you should feel, you know, solid in your skills and the knowledge that you did receive from her when she was teaching it, and move on. That's how I feel about that whole situation. But tell me what you think. Let me know if you have any favorites of hers, or if you won't be using her decks anymore. I will take all opinions. Honestly, I really am open to everyone has to say. So anyways, many blessings to you. Take care.